guys, it's Nurse J, Nurse in the Truth. I hope everyone is having a great day. Well, I'm back again, pumping out the videos and pumping out more truth, and I promise you this is going to be another informative video. As always, I always have my crystals, my incense, God Thoth, God Anubis, and Pharaoh Ramesses II behind me. Yes, I may look white, but I do have my Egyptian roots down deep within my soul, and I know that I am an Egyptian. Now, as funny as that may seem, each and every one of you might have some resonance with some other nationality. Some people love India, some people love other countries, and they feel a passion towards those countries. Well, is it because you had been reincarnated there once? See, I went to Egypt last summer, and I felt at home. You could have just left me there in the temples, and I could have just been happily entertained. So anyway, where's this leading? Well, everyone had their deities in their countries, in their nations. And, you know, Rome gave us one. Jesus. The Savior of the world. Savior of mankind. He was with God from the beginning. The Maker before all others. So, all the other people thought the same way. In all the other countries, that their God was the right one as well. So, the Druids, and the Celts. You see, even with my DNA as well, have the Celtic and Irish and Wales behind me as well. But you have to understand, Egypt came to Ireland. Bet you didn't know that. That's a video for another day. So, Esus. You're like, but Nurse J, that sounds just like Jesus. How is that possible? That happened hundreds of years prior. Well, I'm going to give you the history of the Druids and the Celtic people. Okay? So this God, E-S-U-S, is that a little light bulb going off? Well, we hope so. He was also known as Jesus. H-E-S-U-S is the personal name of the Celtic Druidic sun savior. And when I say sun, I'm not talking about S-O-N, I'm talking about S-U-N. Closely associated to Jupiter or Zeus. The Druids were a priestly tribe of the Celtic Gaul, the present-day Germany, England, France, and some parts of the Scandinavian countries. This god was born on December the 25th in 834 BCE by a virgin mother called Mayence, M-A-Y-E-N-C-E, and fathered by Good, the sun deity. And when I say good, G-U-D-T. Now, you need to go watch my video on the origin of the word God. And the word God is a newly concept of the Europeans. This Jesus with an H, or E-S-U-S, Krios, C-R-I-O-S, was a healing savior. Also known as the deity of vegetation, related to Baal in English, the Lord. regarded by the Romans as Mercury or Mithra. Esus was the third of the Celtic Trinity, and his element was the wind. Now, some of the Druidic worship rituals is that the cross was one of the components of their worship. A tree in a cross shape with lots of branches. The round shape of the cross represents the sun deity, or Gud, G-U-D. There's God again. But they didn't call it God back then because the word wasn't a concept at that time. The Druids' main doctrine was reincarnation after death. And you know what's funny, tree seekers, is your holy Roman popes said that we have to believe on man for salvation, this Jesus. But go look your history up, my true seekers. I believe it was Theodorus that had them take out the word reincarnation from the Bible. Because they knew the truth, and they killed and they murdered the Bogomils, the Lombards, the Cathars, the Egyptian Gnostics, and all the people that knew the truth of the Christos, of the Christ, of the crest was in you. They worship nature and vegetation. And mistletoe and oak are regarded in high respects as gifts from heaven above. Lighting and holding of candles, sprinkling of sacred charged water, burning of incense, prayer for the dead, confirmation and final vows. Oh, how funny this is. Don't you see that Christianity is nothing more than a paganistic religion taken from everybody around before they could even talk? Oh, let's see. We've got to be confirmed by CCD. Oh, but they got the prayer of the dead from Egypt, too. Egyptian Book of the Dead. Burning of incense. Babylon. Egypt. Samaria. Sprinkling of charged water. You make me sick. You take these little babies up there, christened, and you sprinkle the tap water full of damn fluoride in it, and you put it on the baby's head, and from birth they're stupid until someone comes and yanks a chain, like me. Lighting and holding the little candles. As well, you walk into a church and you light your little candles and give $2 for the homeless, you think. And it's going into the fat cat's little dress. Sorry I'm so hard on the Catholicism of the day, but it is full of shit. I don't really care if you like what I say or not. So if you don't, just move along and go drink your beer and smoke your cigarettes and clog your arteries and get cirrhosis of the liver, and then you die. Hardcore truth and hardcore nursing from Nurse J today. And if you don't like it, I am sorry, but you're going to hear it. Now, this Jesus or Esus died on a cross. A lamb on one side, which symbolized his innocence, and elephant on the other side, which signifies the sins of the world he came to redeem, my friends. In Druidism worship, they would face the east towards the rising sun and sing hymns and say prayers to the sun and his son, Lisa Christos, or Esus. Wow. The Druids in Gaul were the rising civilization with well-organized tribal military and a flourishing culture and literature. They also had a well-organized religion before the war with Roman Julius Caesar. And the worship of Esus was adopted into the Roman religion after the Gallic-Roman War in 53 BCE. What? Yeah, go do your history. But most of you just want to eat a fat cheeseburger from McDonald's. Whereas the majority of the Gaulish and Druidic priests were taken as slaves after their defeat and transported to Rome. And the Druids were responsible of integrating the worship of Esus into the Roman religion. The Gaulish culture also was submerged with Roman culture, and the Gauls eventually became Roman citizens. Well, and as you know, the major role to play in the Council of Nicaea, you see, the letter J wasn't even in the alphabet at that time when the Roman Constantine came. It was later added hundreds of years after that. And there was no J in Hebrew or Aramaic or Greek or Latin or English either. It is the comparatively late modification of the letter I. So, as we say again, Jesus, in the original KJV of 1611, is Esus. The Sun God. The Sun. So, how are you liking this today, my true seekers? You have all of these gods from all these religions. And the Council of Nicaea and their little donkeys from all over the place. You have these stupid bishops bringing scrolls of stories and myths and legends alike. All the way from Babylon, Assyria, the Celtics, the Sumerians, the Greeks. And they sit at a little table and they throw their die and they go, I think this one looks good. Yeah, let's do that one. No, I don't like that one. That's too heretical. No, that tells too much truth. I think we need to put this out. I'm too tired. People get killed at this thing because they were wrestling and they were envious of other people. They stayed up for days and nights upon end for a long time. And Eusebius at the head of the table with Emperor Constantine, the lying ecclesiastical man. And if you read in his preparation of Evangelion, He says, quote, unquote, if you have time to search the books, he says, Jesus. It is nothing new or old. If you don't believe me, you go on the website and you get that online to read, and you scroll each and every paragraph and chapter, and you will find it. He leaves little tidbits in there. And he also says in his works that the therapeutai were your first Christians. So, what are you going to do about it today? I hope you search just like I have and know this isn't the truth of what we got. Until then, have a great day. Hotep and Ashe, and we'll see you soon.